that she'll make a cameo, but you might hear her. She's being just weird this morning, but she's 20 years old. Little orange tabby, 20 years old. Come here. Okay. All right. I got you. This is Gabby. She's tiny. She weighs about 6 pounds. And like I said, she's 20 years old. So, yeah. Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, I don't know how long she'll stay. I don't know if she'll keep commenting. So, she's just being a little weird this morning. So, I was like, okay, well, just come do the live stream with me. So, here we are. Now, we are doing the meditations in the Science of Mind book because we've read most of the Science of Mind book. Because we're doing the meditations, I like to do what I call the housekeeping first. And all I mean by that is just reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact is email, info@creativelife.org. That gets you on the constant contact. You get 1 email a week unless something unusual happens. And that just lets you know that, what's going on for the weekend, for the month, and gives you links to like the book studies and things like that. And the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or to the person that can help you get it. Now, it is constant contact, so if you don't see the email, check your junk or spam folder. Okay. The other thing is just because we're doing this on social media, we would remind you an easy way to support the center is to support our social media. So go like, subscribe, follow, share, comment on the social medias. And we are either Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark. Now, I am also on social medias, and my social medias are the Running Rev Ryan. So if you have a moment, I would appreciate it if you would do that on mine too. So there we go. Okay. I think that's everything. Yeah, that's the basics. Now let's talk about the meditations. So we're in part 6. We're doing the short meditations. These are 5 to 7 lines mostly. The longest I've seen them is 12 lines. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do it twice. We're going to take 2 deep breaths, read the meditation, take 2 more deep breaths, read the meditation again, take 2 more deep breaths. What Ernest says is to repeat them as many times as you need to get into the feeling. I do it twice because the first time I read it kind of cold, and then the second time I might emphasize different things. So you can kind of see how that works. So you can read it different ways for yourself, or you can listen to me read it. That's up to you. Now, he wrote them mostly in first person to facilitate you repeating it as many times as you need to. But I'm going to remind you that this book was published in 1927. So the language has shifted a little bit. So if you need to change a word or two, feel free. The best example I can give you is the word control. He used it. I don't like the way it makes me feel. So I use the word support. Whatever word fits best in there. I also think that occasionally he specifically wrote it so that you could rewrite it in ways that would make the most sense for you. There was one where he kept using my own and it just sounded weird. And I think his idea was wherever it said my own, you could substitute whatever you were working. So I think there was a plan there. He is totally okay with you changing things. Totally okay with them. And like I said, it's about thoughts and feelings. One of the things that Science of Mind is a big, teacher of is look at your thoughts and look at your feelings and look at the thoughts you're wrapping in the feelings and the feelings you're wrapping in the thoughts, because that really is where your power is. So, that's kind of the important thing. I also want to say, as we do the breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, it is the most calming for the brain and the nervous system. And you can watch it work in real time because I talk a lot slower after I take those first deep breaths. Okay. I think that's everything I need to tell you. So if you go back and are watching these, if you want to just go straight to the meditations, just look for the glasses. Because I always put the glasses on when I'm about to do the meditations. All right. Let's see. And I haven't said. Okay. And this is one, I have to turn the page on this one, so this should be interesting. Through the long night watches. Sometimes sometimes they're very specific, like he's working on a specific thing. Sometimes they're a little metaphysical. with a title like that, who knows what this one's going to be. So, all right, Gabby, are you... She's still sitting on my knees. All right. I got to do this. So let's take that nice deep breath. Through the long night watches, thou hast been with me. In the dark places of human ignorance, thy hand hast guided me. The light has lighted the pathway of desolation to the land of plenty. I have perceived thee from afar, and my soul hath yearned to thee, O thou mighty one. The spirit within me hath urged me on to the goal, and I have not been misled. I have been guided and guarded through the long journey, and thy presence has been made known to me. I awaken from the dream and enter into the house of the presence, clothed it with peace and robed in the colors of light. The spirit of truth watches over me. Through the long night watches, thou hast been with me. In the dark places of human ignorance, thy hand hath guided me. Thy light hath lighted the pathway of desolation to a land of plenty. I have perceived thee from afar, and my soul hath yearned to thee, O thou mighty one. The spirit within me hath urged me on to the goal, and I have not been misled. I have been guided and guarded through the long journey, and thy presence has been made known to me. I awake from the dream and re-enter the house of the presence, clothed with peace and robed in the colors of light. The spirit of truth watches over me. Sometimes they remind me of poetry. That one reminds me of poetry. It also reminds me of the dark night of the soul. If you are going through a dark night of the soul, and there are people that can support you in that process, because we all go through them, that is what that speaks to me of. That speaks to me of the reminder that when you are walking through the dark, you're not alone. And it's also a reminder of the Rumi quote of, if you are walking through the dark, you may be the light. So, if you are dealing with a dark night of the soul, then this would be a good one. Or if you just need a reminder when things aren't great, they may be good but not great, then this is a good reminder. So that would be where I would use that one, dark nights of the soul. Or just, if you're watching or waiting for something, there's a little bit of that too. So, yeah. Okay. Whew. So now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of business day, a let's wrap this week up day, a you got this day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a do something fun day, a do something different day, a whatever kind of day you need to have, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. Okay? You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. Or, as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you were a godling. All right? Think about it. I do encourage you to get to know who Spirit knows you to be, who God knows you to be, who the divine knows you to be. Because I can make you one promise, and it's the only promise I can make you. The Spirit, the divine, knows you to be good. Because that's what the divine knows. And from there, all things are possible. Anything is possible. All right? So, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will not be on tomorrow. I'm going to go get this maintained. But I will be back on Sunday, probably about 8:45. I'll just do it a little early. So take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time. Oh, my hands got weird right there.